But you've been directly affected yourself. You've lost one of your gold medals because of that.
It's true. But as
How
I
does that
said,
make you feel?
I'm not happy about it. I haven't actually seen Nesta since that has actually happened for me and him to really have a conversation to say, all right, what happened?
Usain Bolt lost an Olympic gold medal, and it wasn't even his fault. What really happened will shock you. Usain Bolt shocked the world in 2008. He became a global star at the Beijing Olympics by winning 3 gold medals in the 100-meter, 200-meter, and 4x100-meter relay. He set world records in all 3, and he made it look easy. Then he did it again. And again. In the next 2 Olympics, London and Rio, Bolt won gold in the same 3 events. No sprinter had ever done that before. People started calling it the triple-triple, 9 Olympic golds across 3 games. But as it turned out, the story wasn't over yet. Years after those games, something unexpected happened not because of anything Bolt did, but because of one of his teammates. In 2016, the International Olympic Committee started retesting old samples using updated technology. One of those samples belonged to Nesta Carter, who had run in the 2008 4x100-meter relay with Bolt. When they tested it again, it showed traces of a banned substance called methylxeniamine. Back in 2008, this substance wasn't as well known or strictly controlled, but it was still banned under anti-doping rules. The news hit hard.
Today, Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt lost his gold medal for the 4x100 relay in the 2008 Beijing Games. Teammate Nesta Carter tested positive for a banned stimulant when samples were reanalyzed using new technology, so the entire team was disqualified.
The whole Jamaican 4x100-meter relay team from 2008 was disqualified because of the failed test. That meant Michael Frater, Asafa Powell, Nesta Carter, and even Usain Bolt lost their gold medals. The moment they shared celebrating under the Jamaican flag after breaking the world record was erased from history. Just like that, Bolt's 9 Olympic golds dropped to 8. For someone who had never tested positive for any banned substance, who built his brand on charisma, talent, and clean competition, it was a bitter pill to swallow. Bolt later revealed in an interview that Carter came to him personally and apologized. Bolt said it was disappointing, but he understood that people make mistakes. Still, the damage was done. The record books no longer reflected the perfect triple-triple. What made the situation even more painful was how far removed Bolt was from the incident. He had done everything right. He had shown up, performed, and won cleanly. Yet due to the nature of team events, one person's error meant all 4 athletes paid the price. That's the harsh reality of Olympic rules when it comes to relays. If one fails, they all fall. And the timing couldn't have been worse. Bolt had already retired by the time the decision was made. He had left the sport on top with an untouchable legacy, only for a cloud of controversy to be cast retroactively over one of his greatest Olympic moments. Imagine training your entire life, staying clean, competing with integrity, and walking away with the medals to prove it, only to have history rewritten almost a decade later. That moment didn't just affect Bolt's medal count, it also affected public perception, especially for casual fans who may have only seen headlines like, "Usain Bolt loses Olympic gold," without understanding the context. Many assumed he had done something wrong, which couldn't be further from the truth. The misinformation spread like wildfire, a painful reminder of how fast narratives can change in the age of viral news. And let's not forget the emotional aspect. Bolt has always been known for his charisma and joy he brought entertainment to track and field. But behind the scenes, this incident undoubtedly stung. To be dragged into a scandal he had nothing to do with, to see his flawless Olympic record stained, and to carry the burden of another man's mistake, that's a level of frustration few athletes can truly relate to. Bolt has spoken about how that stripped medal impacted him, not in terms of glory, but in terms of principle. He valued every moment he worked for, every medal he earned, and to have even one taken away left a lasting mark. He handled it publicly with grace, but privately, it had to hurt deeply. Still, Bolt didn't let that define him. His individual achievements still stand untouched. He is still the world record holder in the 100 meters with a time of 9.58 seconds and in the 200 meters with 19.19 seconds, both set in 2009 at the World Championships in Berlin. Those records have stood for over a decade, and no one has come close. He still holds the Olympic records in both events. His 100-meter time of 9.63 seconds from the 2012 London Olympics remains the fastest in Olympic history.
Blöcken, jetzt kommt er und jetzt ist Usain Bolt nicht zu halten. Nein, er gewinnt 9,58 Weltrekord.
And yet, the story of the stripped medal is one that keeps coming back, not because it diminishes Bolt, but because it adds a layer of complexity to his otherwise flawless legacy. It's a reminder that even legends aren't immune to the failings of others. It also raises questions about the effectiveness and fairness of retroactive doping tests that alter historical outcomes years after the fact. Bolt, for his part, has moved on. He has transitioned from athletics to various business ventures, including a music career and endorsements. He remains one of the most beloved athletes in the world. His name is still synonymous with speed, confidence, and dominance. But the apology from Nesta Carter marked a rare moment of vulnerability in Bolt's public image. It showed how even the greatest can be let down. It also highlighted the emotional toll such decisions can have, not just on the athlete who failed the test, but on everyone connected to them. Bolt handled it with grace, acknowledging the disappointment, but choosing not to let it define him. The incident also sparked debate in the athletic community. Should an entire team suffer for the actions of one member, especially when the others were proven clean? Should there be a statute of limitations on retesting samples? Is it fair to rewrite history so many years later after athletes have celebrated, retired, and moved on? These questions don't have easy answers, but what's clear is that Bolt's legacy remains intact where it matters most. He was never accused of wrongdoing. His records still stand. His 8 Olympic gold medals still place him among the most decorated athletes of all time, and perhaps most importantly, he remains a global symbol of excellence in sport. So the next time you see a clip of Bolt sprinting past the competition, remember this: greatness isn't just about medals or records, it's also about how you respond when things don't go your way, when someone else's mistake tarnishes your achievements, when you lose something you earned through no fault of your own. In those moments, true character is revealed. Usain Bolt may have lost a medal, but he never lost the respect, admiration, and awe of the world.
For me, when I sat down, I was like, you know what? I probably would have ran way faster if I'd continued. If I knew that spikes would have gotten to that level, maybe I would.
For 16 years, Usain Bolt's 100-meter world record of 9.58 seconds has stood as the gold standard in track and field. Set in 2009 at the Berlin World Championships, it was the kind of performance that seemed almost untouchable. But now, Bolt himself has admitted that with today's shoe technology, he believes he could have run even faster, an astonishing 9.42 seconds. This claim comes on the heels of a new scientific study led by Wouter Hoogkamer at the University of Massachusetts. His team, known for earlier research on Nike's Vaporfly shoes, analyzed modern sprint spikes from top brands. With Puma funding the project, researchers simulated how Bolt's performances might have changed had he been running in carbon-plated spikes with advanced foams. Their detailed 21-page report suggests that Bolt would have cut 0.16 seconds off his world record. For a race that lasts under 10 seconds, that's a massive leap. When asked about the study, Bolt didn't hesitate. "I fully agree with it," he said in Tokyo, where he is attending the World Athletics Championships to present medals for the men's 100 meters. He pointed to Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, his fellow Jamaican sprinter, who continued competing after Bolt retired and saw her times improve with the new spikes. "I probably would have run way faster with them too," he admitted. Hoogkamer's team built their projection using data from 15 athletes and sophisticated mathematical models. They factored in energy return, efficiency, and how shoe construction affects sprint mechanics. The result? An argument that Bolt's unmatched stride length, turnover, and top-end speed would have been amplified by spikes built with modern super shoe technology. In short, physics supports what Bolt himself believes. 9.42 was within reach. The technology in question isn't new to distance running. Since 2019, super shoes have transformed the marathon and middle distance races, helping athletes set records at an unprecedented rate. In 2025 alone, 10 world records across multiple events have been broken with the help of these advancements. Sprinting, however, has only more recently embraced the same innovations, and their impact is becoming impossible to ignore. Despite acknowledging the shoe's benefits, Bolt has never tested Puma's latest sprint spikes. At 39 years old, he said, "I don't want to pull my hamstrings, but the shoes are clearly good." His caution makes sense, but his confidence in the research is telling. Though he retired in 2017, Bolt remains a towering figure in athletics. He won 8 Olympic gold medals and multiple world titles in the 100-meter, 200-meter, and relay events, and he set the 200-meter world record at 19.19 seconds. His charisma and dominance made him much more than just a sprinter, a global icon. Now, he's back on the world stage in Tokyo, not racing, but helping out as a presenter and mentor. Interestingly, this is Bolt's first world championship since he last raced in London in 2017. He admitted that watching his fellow Jamaicans compete is often more stressful than racing himself. "I have seen Shelly Ann and the other guys compete down the years, and I have always got so nervous watching them," he confessed. But Bolt isn't just there to reminisce. He's offering bold predictions about the upcoming men's 100-meter final. He believes his countrymen Usain Thompson and Oblique Seville are primed to take down reigning Olympic champion Noah Lyles. They should be 1-2 because they have proved throughout the season that they are on top and are running fast, Bolt said. "Now it's just about one of them executing, and it should be fine. I'm very confident they can get it done." While Bolt acknowledges the talent in today's field, he doesn't believe his 9.58 will fall anytime soon. "At this present moment, I don't see any athlete able to break the record," he said. "It's been 13 years since anyone ran under 9.7 seconds, and Bolt isn't expecting that to change soon." Bolt highlighted Usain Thompson's 9.75 earlier this year, the fastest time in over a decade. But even that, Bolt insists, is still far off. "The talent is there, and those who are coming up will do well," he acknowledged. "But at this present moment, I don't think they will be able to break the world record." Bolt even joked that if anyone is going to break the record, he hopes it might be one of his children someday. "I've always hoped that maybe one of my kids, my boys, will do track and field," he said. "I don't know. They're not showing any talent yet. Hopefully they'll get better. We'll see." Bolt's comments also touched on rivalries past and present. While Noah Lyles has declared that he has Usain Thompson in his pocket, Bolt brushed it off. He compared the situation to his battles with Justin Gatlin, describing Gatlin as a different breed in terms of trash talk. "I never listen to anybody," Bolt said. "When I'm preparing and I'm ready, you can say whatever you want. You're not going to beat me." That mindset defined Bolt's era. Supreme focus and belief that no external noise could shake him. It's part of what made him untouchable on the track, and it's advice today's athletes could still use. Bolt's 9.42 comment isn't just about what might have been. It underscores how much technology is reshaping sports. From running shoes to swimming suits to cycling equipment, advancements often push the limits of what athletes can do. But Bolt's words carry special weight because they come from the man who already pushed sprinting into new territory. Even if his record stands for decades, the study sparks debate. Should records be compared across eras when technology changes so much? For Bolt, the answer is simple. The shoes are better now, and had he used them, he would have been faster. Yet what truly resonates in his remarks is the blend of pride and humility. He knows his record is safe for now, but he also acknowledges the tools today's sprinters have at their disposal. He's proud of his legacy, but excited to see where the next generation goes. Usain Bolt's announcement that he could have run 9.42 in modern super spikes adds another layer to his legendary status. It validates what science suggests and what fans have long suspected, that Bolt wasn't just great, he was capable of even more. At the same time, his confidence in Jamaica's current sprinters shows his role has shifted from record setter to mentor and supporter. Whether his 9.58 stands forever or eventually falls, Bolt's name will always be tied to speed, excellence, and charisma. And if the study is right, we're left imagining a world where the fastest man alive somehow ran even faster. For now, his message is clear. The legend continues, just in a different form.
It's all about getting everything right. You know what I mean? It's never just easy. It's always easier when you're younger because I was there. I used to do great things when I was young, but...
The fastest man in history has spoken out, and he didn't hold back. Usain Bolt has a clear warning for 17-year-old sprinting sensation Gout. As excitement continues to grow around the young Australian athlete, Bolt's words have made fans and experts take notice, wondering what challenges might lie ahead for this rising star. Gout has been turning heads and breaking records, and some people in Australia are already saying he could win gold at the 2032 Olympics. But now, Bolt has given a serious reminder, one that has many people thinking twice. Talent alone, Bolt said in Tokyo before the World Championships, won't get you to the top. It's never that easy. That message cuts through the excitement, because while Gout's race times are impressive, Bolt knows what it really takes to become the best in the world. Born in Ipswich, Queensland in 2007, Gout has gone from school sports days to the world stage in just a few years. At only 16, he ran the 200 meters in 20.04 seconds, breaking an Australian record that had been untouched since 1968. A few months later, at the Ostrava Golden Spike meet, he beat his own time and ran 20.02 seconds. And that's not all. He also ran 2 races under 20 seconds with the help of a strong tailwind, 19.84 and 19.98 seconds. These don't count as official records, but they show just how fast he really is. Gout now ranks among the top 7 runners in the world under age 20 for the 200 meters. And remember, he's still in high school. In Australia, the media is already calling him the future of sprinting. Coaches say he's the real deal. Fans have started comparing the way he runs to Bolt himself. But is all this attention coming too soon? The comparisons are hard to ignore. Gout's upright running, high knees, and powerful speed look a lot like Bolt's famous style. Gout even talked about it in an interview, saying, "Although I do run like Usain Bolt, I do maybe look like him in a couple of ways. I'm just trying to be myself." But Bolt's message was honest, not just praise. He's very talented with the times he's running now, Bolt said. But the transition from junior to senior is always tougher. Bolt explained that talent is important, but it's not everything. What really counts is having good coaches, staying focused, handling pressure, and having the right people around you. It's all about getting everything right, Bolt said. It's all about if you get the right coach, the right people around you, if you're focused enough. If someone else had said it, it might sound like basic advice, but when it comes from Bolt, it means a lot more. He's not just a retired runner, he's the best there's ever been. He broke world records and won Olympic gold medals by age 22. And he knows how hard it is to go from young talent to world champion. Bolt didn't win everything right away. He had to deal with injuries, mistakes, and tough lessons before reaching the top. Gout is being pushed into the spotlight much earlier. This week, he'll run the 200 meters at the World Championships in Tokyo against top runners like Noah Lyles and Kenny Bednarek. That's what worries Bolt. Gout has amazing talent, but he's still just a teenager. He's not only racing, he's also finishing school, dealing with media interviews, fan attention, and people already planning his future. Some are calling him the next Bolt, and many expect him to win Olympic gold in Brisbane in 2032. Handling all that pressure is its own challenge. In the moment, it feels great because everyone wants to be compared to Usain, Gout admitted, but at times it does get a bit overwhelming. Luckily, Gout has good support around him. His longtime coach Di Shepherd believed in him early. His agent James Templeton kept him away from too much media attention over the last year and a half to help him stay grounded. Even his name has caught attention. Some people think it should be spelled Goot to match his South Sudanese background, but his team says it will stay Gout for now. Now he's getting ready for the World Championships in Tokyo. He's ranked 16th in the world for the 200 meters, and he's almost 4 years younger than most of the top runners. Most of the others are Olympians. Still, legendary Australian sports commentator Bruce McAvaney says, don't count him out. It's possible for him to reach the 200-meter final in Tokyo, which would be an extraordinary achievement at his age. Even Usain Bolt couldn't do that. Even if Gout doesn't win a medal, the world will be watching closely. Can he keep up with Noah Lyles, who's the defending champion? Can he beat Bednarek, who has 2 Olympic silver medals? It won't be easy, but Bolt has made one thing clear. This is the moment that will show us what Gout is really made of. Bolt isn't trying to bring Gout down. He wants him to succeed. But he's also seen what happens when young stars get too much pressure too fast. His advice is real. Get the right team, stay humble, train smart, and don't get lost in the attention. You want athletes to do well. The more athletes do well, the bigger the sport is, Bolt said. And I'm always a supporter of track and field getting bigger and doing bigger things. Gout's plan? Stay calm and focused. My top-end speed is my secret, he said. So I've just got to focus on the first 100, the first 50. Once I get out of that bend, I know I can run people down. Born to South Sudanese parents who moved to Australia in 2006, Gout grew up in Ipswich, just outside Brisbane. He was discovered at a school sports event in 2020. By age 12, he was competing in big school meets. At 13, he joined Coach Shepard's training team. At 16, he signed a sponsorship with Adidas. He's already won silver at the World Junior Championships in Peru. He raced against Lyles in the US and came home to dominate Australia's track season. He won the 200 meters at the Australian Championships, becoming the country's top young sprinter. With Tokyo just around the corner, the spotlight is on him. No matter how he finishes at the World Championships, Gout's journey is just beginning. The road to the 2032 Olympics is long, and Bolt's warning might be the advice that keeps him on track. The biggest challenge isn't just running, it's staying focused, making smart choices, and growing without burning out. If he listens to the right people, Gout could lead a new era in sprinting. But there's not much room for mistakes. Too much pressure, bad coaching, or injury could change everything quickly.